is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Practice yet, and the fact that you changed it from a walkthrough to a regular practice impacts it. Where are you guys with the Jerome Baker and Devontae, some of the injured players?
Jerome, he was limited yesterday. We'll see how he does today. Same with Devontae, limited yesterday. We'll see how he does today. Both trending, I would say, moving in the right direction. But we'll see how it looks today. Today's going to tell us a lot as far as game status and what we think. Whether we think how much we think they'll be able to help us in the game.
Well, this week we heard Mike Tomlin come out and deny the college reports for him. We heard Kyle Shanahan say there wasn't a Garoppolo trade in the future. Why wouldn't you come out with the Deshaun Watson rumors and just say, hey, that's not true if that's the case?
I mean, I think I've said this multiple times. Tua is our quarterback. I don't get into rumors. I don't get into speculation. Tua is our quarterback.
I understand that. I guess the question, like last October, I remember being here and Xavier was the topic, the rumor of the time, and the team put out a statement saying we're not interested in any Xavier trades. I'm curious why this time is different.
I wouldn't say it's different. I would say I've answered that question by saying Tua is our quarterback, and I'm not getting into speculation. I'm not getting into rumors. I'm not getting into rumor speculation, distractions. I'm focused on our team, focused on our quarterback, and that's Tua.
Can you declare definitively that he's the quarterback for the rest of 2021?
Definitively that he's the quarterback, barring no, there's a lot of things that barring injury, yeah.
You mentioned the concept of distraction. I'm curious. Obviously, we have different perspectives on the idea of a distraction. Do you view not talking about it as a better way to deal with it versus addressing it head on?
Not talking about it. So when I say Tua is our quarterback, is that not talking about it?
Well, I guess the actual trade rumor, like there's been reports that you guys had agreed to terms on a deal, right?
Yeah, so I don't get into reports or rumors or speculation. I'm focused on our team and the guys in our locker room. And I think when we get outside of that, that's not where my focus is. My focus is on our players. I'm interested in our players. I'm talking about our players and helping them improve and get better. And that's where my focus is. And, that's where it's always going to be.
Well, dealing on that subject, when I asked Tua about this the other day, I asked him, would it not make you feel that much better if the Dolphins came out and said, we are not interested in Deshaun Watson? Would he not appreciate that? And from that point of view, what do you think? Would he not appreciate that? Would anyone not appreciate hearing from the boss, I'm committed to you?
I mean, when I say, he's our quarterback, that is me, saying we're committed to him.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Ahmed, especially with Brown being out? What's the role that you do? You expect a bigger role for him, and what have you seen from him this week?
Yeah, I mean, with Malcolm being out, we need more out of Miles, more out of Savon. Working through who the next back's going to be. But yeah, I mean, I think Savon's done some good things. He'll obviously have some more opportunities, and I think he's doing a lot of things in practice from a preparation standpoint to give himself an opportunity to have some success, in the game.
When you say you're working through who the next back is going to be, I'm sure that has a lot to do with roles and filling roles because you guys are a role-based team. With Malcolm being the bigger back, the power back, the guy who mostly pass protection. Is that the role that you're trying to fill, or somebody moves into that role and somebody else handles that role?
I mean, it's I think depending on who the next guys are. Laird's been a third down back. Laird's played in the kicking game. Duke Johnson's been a third back down back. Dokes is more of a early down, more power, I would say, power back. So based on the game plan, based on how we want to play, that all kind of factors into the decision that'll be made there.
With, I don't know, Malcolm's special teams roles, is there a massive role that he used to feel that you have to replace?
No, I mean, he was, as far as backup roles, he definitely fit some backup roles. Played, sparingly in the kicking game, but that's something that Laird's done a lot of. So again, you get into put him in, spill somebody else in that role, or give somebody else a break in that instance, or you go with a guy like Dokes who would kind of back up like Malcolm did. And really, Duke Johnson's kind of similar as far as having kind of more of a limited special teams role.
With Duke, he's only been here for one. You did that 2019. Would you feel comfortable playing him after him only being here?
I mean, like he's done a nice job these last couple of days. More time is always you feel better about that. But look, this is an experienced guy who's played a lot of football. The concepts come, fairly easily to him. Protections, the concepts, maybe just some verbiage, terminology is different, but obviously more time would be, feel better about, having a few more days, a few more practices under our belt. But I wouldn't say that's, we would never do it.
Brian, pass protection obviously was an issue the first time you faced the Bills this season. How much better has that gotten since then, and what gives you confidence that you guys can handle their pass rush this time?
Well, they're a good, rush team. I mean, they bring a lot of guys. They got good rushers, good scheme. So obviously protection is going to be a big part of protecting the quarterback. It's going to be a big part of the game plan. In order for us to, push the ball down the field, in the pass game. Obviously, we've talked about that extensively, the different looks they have, the players they have. And we'll continue to practice that and prepare for that as, we get closer to the game. So big part of it, no doubt about that. Point of emphasis. We're going to have to protect if we're going to move the ball.
How does Malcolm's injury play into what you were just talking about regarding pass protection?
He was a big part of our protection plans. So, other guys got to step up, and that's really what it boils down to. Whether it's Miles, whether it's Savon, guys got to step up and do a good job in that. In that phase of the game. So that's what we'll need it.
You mentioned earlier this week about Will. Have you got to see him do anything at practice this week? Do you have a better idea of what maybe his timeline is?
No, he hasn't been at practice. He's still on IR. We didn't designate him to return. He's still, working his way back. So, still working his way back, but we won't see him. Obviously, didn't see him this week and at practice. I mean, I've seen him in the building. Didn't see him this week, and we're hopeful, that this moving in the right direction. That I can say for sure, but we'll see in the next few weeks.
Coach, I know you're big on development of your program here, and you still have a very young football team. And looking at some of the veteran guys that have produced big the last couple of years, they're guys that kind of came on year 2 and 3 in their career. I'm just curious, in your perspective, is there kind of a common theme among these players that it starts to kind of click for them around like year 2, year 3? Is there a common theme, or is just all development is kind of at its own pace?
I mean, everyone's a little bit, different. I think it's case by case. I think it's, I think it's case by case. I think some players it clicks for them a little bit sooner. Some players it takes a little bit longer. Some players have some success early, and then for whatever reason start to tail off. Some people don't have success, and then for whatever reason, the light bulb goes off. I think it's case by case. I think our young guys, they all work hard. They all give great effort. They all are working towards being the kinds of professionals they need to be to have success in this league. It's not perfect. And again, it's case by case. And there's, a myriad of things that are going on, obviously in the building, outside the building, that play a role in that development. But we try to steer them in the right direction, really on a daily basis. And that's everyone in the building. That's coaches, but all our support staff as well. They play a big part in that.
Tua was really hard on himself after the 2 picks, but do you try and carry those 2 kind of solid offensive performances and feel as though there's a little bit of buildup of momentum and utilize that during the week? Is that something that you talk about, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's done a lot of good things the last couple of weeks. I think we moved the ball, fairly efficiently the last couple of weeks. I think you can build on that, and we're trying to build on that. He's trying to build on that. We're trying to build on that as an offense and as a team. So he's always going to be hard on himself. I think a lot of our players are that way, and that's a good thing. I think that speaks to his competitiveness, his willingness to, not his willingness, his want to get better and be better for our team. And I have a lot of respect for that and a lot of respect for him.
Last question.
How often are you stressing to him, if it's not there, take the sack if you have to, move it down?
That's every day. I mean, I think that's part of the learning process. I think there's a lot of decisions that he's got to make. The quarterback's got to make. To put us in good positions, and he's made a lot of them. I think he's made a lot of good decisions the last couple of weeks, and I think he wants to put our team in good position, and he's fighting and clawing, scrapping to do that, and made a couple, throws that he wished he had back. But I mean, every player has players that they wish they had back. It's obviously just exacerbated, at the quarterback position, and he'll be better, I would say, because I think he's learning from these let's call it mistakes, bumps in the road, and I think he'll be better from them.